going on, backyard bass fans? All right, today I had a few things I was going to actually talk about, but I was down here fishing at my pond, and it struck me as something I need to address. For guys that are beginning to fish ponds in particular, that's kind of what we're going to touch base on only today is the ponds, or really small bodies of water, small lakes. If you guys are going out to a new body of water that you don't know, and there's no cover around anywhere on the banks that you can see, it's just kind of a plain Jane pond or a lake or whatever with nothing that you can see from the shoreline. The one thing that a lot of people will tell you is do not throw Texas rigs, don't throw jigs and stuff like that, anything that you're going to possibly drag across the bottom, because you're going to stir up the mud and everything on the bottom. If you're lucky enough to have a pond that has a rock bottom or gravel bottom or something like that, then hey, drag it all day long. But 99% of you are going to have either the mud bottom or the clay bottom, something like that, and you're going to stir it up, and it's going to be really hard to get bites because you're going to have just a mess down there that they aren't going to be able to see your lure anyway. But the one thing I will tell you that I do when I get to a new body of water like that, that I can't see any cover, let's say there's no grass, it's just a regular shoreline, nothing on it, you can't see any limbs hanging anywhere, you can't see any timber laying anywhere in the water, anything like that. What I do, I will put on a 1/2 ounce or a 3/4 ounce jig. And when I put this on, I'm going to put my trailer over the top of that hook. I don't want this thing getting hung up anywhere because I'm going to throw it. And what I'm going to do is physically drag the bottom. I'm going to start at one position and I'm going to throw to my left, then here, then here, and then here, then here, and just work my way around to a fan cast. And that's what I want to do. And what I'm looking for is anytime I hit with that 1/2 ounce or that 3/4 ounce jig, you're going to feel whatever on the bottom. If you get to a spot and you feel a nice hard rock or something like that, or maybe a little rock bed or something, or if you get to a lay down with an old log laying there or tree limbs or something like that, you're going to feel all that. Now, don't go fishing it right away. You're probably going to spook a lot of the stuff off there. So what I do is I'll try to separate whatever pond or place I'm fishing at, and I'll separate it into quarters. So I'm going to start down here, and let's say the bottom left corner. I'm going to fan cast that, try to feel everything I can possibly on the bottom down there to see if I find anything, then move on over to the right side, do the same thing. And like I said, just keep working your way around. But when you find something, make sure you're looking on the bank and you can kind of line it up to where that piece of cover or whatever it was is laying at. That way you can go right back to it. Then you can go in with your Texas rig, your regular jig or something like that, or whatever you want to fish with that point in time. Then you can hop it. Don't be dragging it across there. Like I said, you're going to pick up mud and everything and just make a mess of it, but you can hop that bait. One thing that I have found that works really, really well for me, when I find stuff like that, is one, the jig, two, the Texas rig with a crawl or beaver bait or something like that. But also that I have found that works really, really well are big worms. And I'm talking, 8-inch, 10-inch worms. And I'll put them on like a weighted belly hook. And the reason I do that is when it goes down there and I hop it up, it's one smooth motion to it. Kind of like a jig or a Texas rig that's pegged. I don't fish it where the weight's going to slide up and down, because a lot of times when you're getting into that brush and stuff like that that's buried way down there, you're going to get hung up a lot. So, try to fish that, that weighted hook like that. That usually works real good. And like I said, you can bury that hook in that worm. You don't have to worry about getting hung up with your hook or nothing like that. But another thing, I'll even throw down the banks like that too. Throwing down the banks, you're gonna kind of feel into that stuff the exact same way. You might find a big log laying there that you couldn't even see from the bank, that might only be 5 or 6 foot out from you, that holds a lot of fish. So if you're throwing and you're fan casting like that, and you point to your right side and you're throwing down the bank, you're going to feel that before you even get to it. So, just try that out, see how it works. Like I said, you can find a lot of hidden stuff. I know when I first started fishing my pond, I didn't think it really had any cover on. I thought it was just a plain mud bottom, no big deal. After fishing it for a while, I have got I guess when they built this pond, which it was built back in 1982, but there are a lot of stumps hidden in this pond. Some of them are just, you know, they've silted in over them. I can't really feel, I'll feel a little bit of it, not much, but there's a lot of other stumps out there that I found, and I've caught a lot of good fish off of, and you can't see them. So, you know, you guys give that a try. If you could, you guys, I know you guys are supporting the channel, but if you could, you know, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, and please share the videos as much as possible. Like I said, we're still trying to grow the channel, want to get out there. I will be doing some more giveaways and stuff like that. We just want to get growing a little bit more before we start doing that again. That's a pretty big expense. So, and that's about all I got for today, guys. So hopefully we'll see you guys on a Monday night live stream, and we'll talk to everybody then. Thanks.